was a pretty awkward teenager. No, sorry. I was a ugly awkward I'd say I could compare my teenage life and puberty in general to being pinned down and repeatedly punched in the ballsack. Painful, slow, confusing, with a pretty ill-defined endpoint. And all the while, I've got this vague feeling that if a girl had been involved, I might have sort of liked it. Well, anyway, you may have noticed that I'm carrying a rucksack with a roll of wrapping paper. Yeah, so puberty didn't treat me yeah, I've always been a pretty short guy, and that wasn't helped by the fact that my mum used to insist on buying me clothes that I'd grow into, as if I could just expand into them like some sort of prepubescent cake mix. So she'd set me off to school, and I'd literally be walking around the corridors with my blazer pockets dressing the fucking carpet. And yeah, that was fun. And you know what? I think the worst part of that is, she still bloody does it! She still buys me clothes that are 10 times too big for me. I don't know why. I'm 18 years old, and the last time I had a growth spurt was when I was in her fucking uterus! She called me up the other day. She said, oh, she had a right nag, she did. She said, Ian, she's got quite a manly voice. Ian, you've got to get some vegetables into your diet. Oh, I mean, considering I'm a vegetarian, she's probably got a point. Then she said to me, Ian, I really miss you. I said, okay. She said, don't you miss anything, Ian? I said, oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, of course. I miss loads of things, man. I miss loads of things. At least half of my lectures. They didn't go down well. Though, to be honest, I have a pretty valid excuse. I mean, I have to say, most mornings I wake up with a bird laying next to me. I knew I shouldn't have brought the cat to uni. Yeah, so the other day my maths lecturer told me I've been spending too much time trying to learn unnecessary concepts. Considering I don't take maths, he's probably got a point. But yeah, anyway, being short isn't the worst thing in the world. There's some good parts, I mean, you always get first pickings whenever someone drops their change on the floor. That's a good one. Oh, and let's not forget the best part of all, you can still get into children's ballparks. And when you do, you feel like a fucking god! Yeah, only problem is, when you look like me, parents tend to leave with their kids pretty quickly. Can't figure out why. But yeah, so anyway, I should probably say, I can tell that you are itching for an explanation. So, let's answer the question that's on all of your minds. Does God exist? I don't really care. But I'll still argue for fucking hours about it anyway. I'll find a Christian and I'll corner them and I'll say evolution, And they'll say intelligent design, and I'll say something like, where's the evidence? And they'll say, in the Bible, and I'll say, Noah's Ark. And they'll say, get out my bathroom, and I'll say, what about the Big Bang? And they'll say, well, someone had to make the universe, and I'll say, well, what about the moths? Huh? What about the moths? And you know what? They never have an answer to that. Let me explain. What kind of all-loving God makes a nocturnal insect that's afraid of the dark? That's psychotic. These poor bastards are waking up every night absolutely terrified. I mean, who needs moths anyway? Do you need moths? I don't need moths. I've already got butterflies. So we clearly didn't put them there for us. I mean, butterflies are beautiful things. Look at them. Beautiful. Moths, boring, dull, grey, fluffy. But no, God looks at the earth and he says, you know what'll brighten this place up? Some little flying packets of granny pubes. Thanks so much. That's just what we needed. That was lovely. But you know what else? They're pretty perverted shits, moths. Have you ever noticed that before? I mean, they chew through your fucking clothing. You're getting changed at night, meanwhile Marvin the Moth's on the ceiling looking down at you like... Oi. Oi. Mickey. Have a look at that pretty little thing down there. When he goes to sleep, I'm gonna have a nibble on his fucking box. So, that's that. I'm gonna wrap things up now.